Yes. So now let us write the first program in Python. Okay. So if you are having any problem, let me know. In Python, comment is using hash. Okay, a single line comment, and you can have print a message. Okay, using print function like this. You can also have multi-line comments. That is possible. Okay, this is a multi-line comment. You can use triple quotes. So three times quotes and unquotes again. So that will be multi-line comment. You can say line 1, line 2, like this. You can go on, and still it will be considered as a comment. Okay, and I can create a variable. I can create a variable Python, let's say x is equal to 10, and I can print it, print x. Okay, directly, so like this. Okay, that's okay. Okay, chalo, I'm going ahead. Anybody having any problem in running the program or something? Please let me know. I am assuming no response means yes, I can go ahead. If there is problem, you can please put it in the comment, or you can unmute and speak. Uh, Also, I would like to show one more thing, that is Python documentation and tutorials are really good. We would urge you to have a habit of going to Python documentation and tutorials and seeing them, or you can say reading them. Okay, that's good. um, like you can just see here that Python codes, they require very less number of lines of code, because no curly brackets and no semicolons and all that. It's very simple. Okay, one thing I would like to clarify, understand, this is very important thing which I would like to repeat. That is Python has, see, there is a Python has both the things, that is compiler and interpreter. So Python compiler converts the Python file to a bytecode, that is PYC file, and the interpreter of Python executes the bytecode line by line. Keep this thing in mind. It's very important. Okay. Okay. So what happens when I wrote this program? When I wrote this program, what has happened? Somebody would like to explain what happens with the CPU, what happens with the RAM? यस, कोई बताना चाहेगा यहाँ पे? मैंने एक प्रोग्राम लिखा x = 10 प्रिंट x, तो रैम में क्या हुआ, सीपीयू में क्या हुआ, समथिंग क्विकली. यस, यू कैन अनम्यूट एंड स्पीक. आई विल वेट फॉर maybe 30 seconds. यस गाइस, कोई बताना चाहेगा? एनीबॉडी वुड लाइक टू स्पीक? x इक्वल टू 10 प्रिंट x। क्या हुआ? सीपीयू पे क्या हो रहा है? मेमोरी में क्या हो रहा है? रैम में क्या हो रहा है? यू गाइस आर कंप्यूटर साइंस इंजीनियर्स। यस, क्विकली एक दो लाइन में। आई डोंट वांट अ डिटेल थिंग। RAM stores value of x and CPU runs the function print. Okay, great, Dipali. Thank you. Okay, so this when I say x equal to 10, we are going to have RAM storing 10. So on heap, so 10 is on the heap, and x will be on stack. X is on stack. Keep that in mind. Okay. Uh, so because in Python, everything is dynamic memory allocation. So in case of 10 is on the heap and X is on the stack. X is object reference. Okay, it's not a pointer. It is object reference to 10. Okay, then print X. This is executed by CPU. Okay, CPU executes it. That is CPU runs it. Okay, and prints. Okay, so that's the understanding. Good, fine. Now going ahead, okay, how many of you have this is just for my understanding, how many of you have already already having some exposure to Python? ऑलरेडी कुछ पढ़ा है पाइथन में? तुमने कुछ प्रोग्राम्स किए एंड ऑल दैट टाइप? व्हाई इन द चैट बॉक्स? तुमने ऑलरेडी किया हुआ है, ऑलरेडी डन? देन आई कैन फोकस ऑन द मोस्ट इम्पोर्टेंट थिंग्स ना। कितने लोगों ने ऑलरेडी किया है पाइथन? हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू हैव स्टडीड पाइथन ऑलरेडी? ठीक है, नो प्रॉब्लम। आई एम एज्यूमिंग नो रिप्लाई मीन्स नो। अच्छा, okay. Aditya has seen, Paromita has done it. Shekhar has not done it. Okay, thank you. Parijat has done it. Okay, ठीक है, no problem. So I'm going to assume that you have not done it. Okay, so I'm doing, I know I'm going little bit slow purposefully. Okay, so fine. If you have questions, clarification, don't hesitate to ask. That is perfectly all right, Shekhar. Even if some of you understand, and many of you, I'm sure, many of you will have a better understanding of Python after this thing, because there are many small things which may not be uh, discussed all the time. So we are here dedicatedly going to give time. So we are obviously going to discuss a lot of things, okay, about Python. Yes, okay. Okay, so so don't hesitate to ask questions. Okay, so how the flow control happens in Python? Okay, flow control means basically flow of program goes okay, line by line. Okay, so understand that CPU takes one line at a time and executes it starting from the first line of the code, starting from first line CPU executes line by line. Okay, so we can interrupt, we can change the flow, by various things. Okay, you can say conditional statements like if else. Okay, that is conditional statements that if the percentage of mark is greater than 75, then it is distinction, something like this. So that is a conditional statement. Or you can say using loops, so you can have something repetitive. Okay, that is a loop. You can say for loop or while loops, for or while loops. Okay, or you can have case, that is match case in case of Python. Okay, that is a switch case kind of thing. Okay, case statement. Or you can say the functions. Okay, so these are going to will be used to change the control of flow in Python. Okay, so let us see them one by one. Today we will be discussing if else, loops and match case. Okay, functions we will touch upon later. Okay, so now let's say if else. So in if else, there are various flavors. So first flavor is only if, or you can have if else, or you can have if else if. Mind the syntax, देखो else if कैसे लिखा है, if dash else if elif and else. Okay, and there is a single line, that is you can say ternary operator. If else. Okay, these are the four flavors in which Python supports if else. So let's start with a simple kind of a code. Let's say x is equal to 10. If x less than 100, say print hi. Okay, I'm assuming you are typing with me, especially those who are not familiar with Python. Please type with me, and if you get any problems, let me know. Okay, if you anytime you want me to wait, type W in the chat box. कभी भी आपको चाहिए कि आप कुछ टाइप कर रहे हो और you want me to wait, type W in the chat box. Okay, I will wait. If you have questions, you can ask in the chat box. Whenever right time comes, I will discuss them. यहाँ तक clear है? You are able to run this. Okay, if x is less than 100, print high. And if I, let's say अगर मैंने इसको change कर दिया, let's say I make it 6000 or something, I run it, high nahi print hoga. Okay, if is going to if kaise likhna hai, you just say the keyword if, write the condition, write colon in front of it. Don't forget the colon miss nahi karna hai, write the colon, and then next line. Okay, indentation. So keep in mind, indentation ho chuka hai, and print is inside if you don't write the indentation, you are going to get errors. Okay, yes, be careful with the indentation. Yes, anybody getting error or something, any question, any clarification? Great. Chalo. I'm going ahead. If else, let's say, okay, uh, we will take input from the user. Okay. Take input from the user. His or her marks. Okay. And we will print whether pass or fail. Okay. So let's say how to take input from the user. So there is an input function. Okay. So let's say I want to take marks from the user. I will say marks is equal to integer int and then input. So whatever input is going to come, I'm going to convert it into integer. Enter your marks. Okay. So now my marks will be taken, and if marks are less than, let's say 40, let's say print fail. Else we are going to say pass. Print pass. Now please observe the indentation. Please indentation को observe कीजिए. Everyone should observe the indentation. Okay. So observe that marks. Okay. Okay. One more thing. What I will do is in the collab I will enable. I'll enable the line numbers. Just a minute. Editor. Show line numbers. Okay. See guys, tools, go to tools, say settings. Okay. सेटिंग्स पे क्लिक करो कोलैब में अगर हो तो एंड एडिटर में जाओ एंड स्क्रॉल डाउन शो लाइन नंबर्स बोल दो ओके सो दैट you get the line numbers so understanding the program becomes little easier. Okay, if you run it now, see, enter your marks. It is asking maybe 52 or something, pass. Okay, if I enter 25, they fail. Okay, like this. So this is if else. So keep in mind marks ka indentation. If you see the marks indentation, it is in the beginning of the line. If ka indentation, again it is in the beginning of the line. Then once we have the colon, after if we have written colon, so next line we have to do indentation. In Colab by default 2 space indentation is there. In VS Code you can have 4 space indentation, that is possible. Okay, you will have to do the settings or convert tab to 4 spaces in that way. Okay, so indentation enable कर दीजिए VS Code में भी 4 spaces वाला. Okay, that will be good. तो Colab में by default 2 space है, that is fine. So यहाँ पे and you can see that I put it print is inside if, so it is indentation. Okay, and it is inside if. Once the if is finished, if का सब कुछ सारा हो गया, I can write multiple lines here. मैं और ज़्यादा भी lines more code you can write. Okay, if you want in if, and then again now observe कि else का indentation is in same line with the if. ओके अब यहाँ पे 2 स्पेसेस नहीं देने, एल्स में 2 स्पेसेस नहीं देने, एरर विल कम. सो यू हैव टू स्टार्ट फ्रॉम द सेम पोजीशन एज इफ के बराबर नीचे एल्स आना चाहिए. ओके, देन इट इज ये इफ का एल्स है. एंड देन colon, else के बाद colon and then print. Okay, print again, we are doing indentation. Okay, this is the first program with the indentation, so I am discussing in details. Is this thing clear? Especially those who are doing it for the first time. Indentation का ध्यान रखिए. Okay, there can be a lot of small errors caused due to indentation. Okay, now if else. Okay, uh, let's say we want to have a condition, हमें कुछ condition लगाना है, फिर और एक condition check करना है, और last में दोनों condition अगर fail हो या multiple conditions अगर fail हो तो last में करना है. So think about it. Again, take input from the user, his or her marks, and give the grades. Okay, so अगर marks आए, we want to give the grade. A grade comes if marks are greater than okay, greater than 90. Okay, B grade comes if marks are greater than 80. C grade comes if marks are greater than 70. D grade comes if marks are greater than 60. And E grade comes if marks are greater than if marks are greater than 50. And P grade comes, that is pass, comes greater than 40. And you can say fail. F comes for greater than, less than 40. Okay, so here pass will come less than equal to 40. Okay, so we want to have such a kind of thing where we want to have multiple conditions. हमें multiple conditions लगाने, one after the other. We want to check. Okay, if it is greater than 90 तो A, greater than 80, and obviously less than 90, then it's B. And then if greater than 70 and less than 80, then it's C, like this. Okay, so how do we put it? So if we will again take the marks, we can take the code from the above cell. ऊपर का ही ले सकते हैं code. So if marks are, oh, I'm sorry. Okay, one more thing. Python is case sensitive language. So if you start typing in capital letters, your code is different than small letters. Okay, so case sensitive है Python. Am I properly audible? मेरी आवाज प्रॉपरली आ रही है या शेक हो रही है? Audible? Okay, great. Thank you. Okay, thank you. So okay, so if marks are less than 40, तो हमें पता है वो fail है. Okay, so grades. So now grade कैसे देंगे? So for grade again we will have one more variable. Okay, let's say grade is equal to empty string. Okay, empty string. Okay, so that is grade. Okay, now what we want to do is we want to assign the grade based on the marks. So marks less than 40, so grade is equal to fail. Yes, is F. ठीक है. Now else अगर 40 से कम नहीं है, okay, if it is not less than 40, then again we want to check the condition, else if marks, okay, if they are between. So now see, observe कैसे condition लिख सकते हैं. Okay, if we have 40 which is equal to or less than marks and greater than नहीं, टाइप कर दिया ना. Yes, less than equal to. Okay, so marks are greater than equal to 40 and less than 50. Okay, so then it's grade E, right? It's just pass, right? Again observe the indentation. Else if, again same condition, same way. Kaise? If it is between 50 to 60, so 50 greater than equal to the marks and then less than 60, so grade is a grade E, right? Okay, so can you complete it like this? Can you complete it like this? Yes. Okay, try to do it and then take the marks and run the code and let me know if you are getting the right answer. Once you get the right answer, type completed, type C in the chat box once you complete this program. Okay, if you are getting error, type E in the chat box, I will help you. Chalo, likho, continue like this. I would request participants to do the coding yourself rather than using some AI autocomplete or something, because then you will not be able to practice or you will not be able to learn a lot of things. Okay, कोडिंग आपको खुद से करना पड़ेगा, उसके बिना कंपनी में कोडिंग राउंड्स क्रैक करना would be difficult. किसी को एरर है या कुछ प्रॉब्लम है तो प्लीज टाइप ई इन द चैट बॉक्स. ओके, अगर किसी का कंप्लीट हो गया टाइप सी इन द चैट बॉक्स. ओके सागर बजाज, नाइस टू सी यू. No problem, Sagar. We have started with Python and we are currently learning if else. So this is the code. So what you can do is settle down and start open this. Either you can open VS Code if you installed, otherwise you can take your browser में Google Colab type करना. Just open Google Colab from the browser. And
Okay.
yeah, still if you
Yes, sir.
get some errors, let me know. And Colab में ये code आप type करके run कर सकते हो and check. Okay.
Okay, sir.
What's your background, Sagar?
Sir, I have done Bachelor of Engineering in Computer Science,
Hmm.
and currently I'm working since 3 years. I've also done CDAC from ISCSD itself 3 years
Okay.
ago, 4 years ago. Yeah.
Okay. Nice to know that.
So I have background of development. Right now, I am upgrading my skills into AI.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
No problem. Yes. If anyone completes, type C in the chat box. If anybody is getting error, type E in the chat box. Rashi, Aishwarya have completed. Good. Um, okay. What I'll do is I'll let Rashi share. Okay, Rashi, can you start sharing how you have completed the code? Let me see. Yes, Rashi, can you share your screen? Or you have some problem? No problem. Then Aishwarya can start. I just want to see if how the things you are writing. I want to understand your uh, logic. I also request participants who are not renamed themselves to rename them with their own names. Like there is one participant with name Moto. I request them to change their name. Yes. Anyone else could complete? Aditya, Aishwarya. Aishwarya is completed. Amit or Annapurna, Pali, Parijat or Paromita, Sagar. Sagar just joined. Sharwari, Shekhar or Vaishnavi. Okay. If you run it, you are going to get a prompt, enter your marks, and based on the marks, the grades will be assigned. Now see, in this code, I just assigned the grade, but I did not print it. So at last you can print the grade. You can say print marks, comma grade. So when you want to print multiple variables, you can just mention their names with comma separated values. So let's say my marks are 50, then 50 and grade E will come. Let's say if my marks are, say, I have just 45 or something, then I'm going to be, I'm sorry, if my marks are 45 or something, I'm just going to get pass grade. Okay. Okay. Anybody getting error? So I'm assuming you're done with the if else, if else. Okay. Finally, obviously, we can write else, and we can say that print valid marks. Okay, nobody should okay give marks more than 100 or something. Okay, they are not valid. So in that case, in else, we are writing valid marks. So obviously here in this code you have to add the code for okay, code for ABCD grades, then only it will run. Okay, okay. So this is else if else if else. Okay, we saw if, we saw if else, we saw if else if else. Now the last one, that is a uh, C, ternary operator, which is a single line if else. Within one line, we are writing if and else both. So what is this use? Let us see the ternary operator. So just like it's just like question mark and colon in C. Okay, so that is a operator which generally people use in C, called as ternary operator. Okay, same way in Python, this is the operator. Let's say x is equal to 100, and what we want to do is, let's say flag, okay, which is let's say some kind of a flag. Okay, flag is 1 if x is greater than 50, else it is 0. Okay, so what we want to do is, whenever x value is greater than 50, we want to set the flag to 1, else flag value will be 0. So what will happen in case I set, so let's say take this and sorry, so let's say I have x is equal to 10. What will be the flag value in this case? In the previous case, flag value will be 1, right? In the previous case, when x is 100, flag will be 1. In case when x is 10, then flag value will be 0. Okay, so we are doing that in a single line. Okay, we don't have to write two lines to do the same thing. Okay, that's ternary operator. Any quick clarification before we move to the next thing ahead of if else? Any question, any clarifications? Okay, so I would request five participants to have a 5 minutes break and come back.